Hi, my name is Jenna Hernandez, and today I'm going to be making and explaining the science behind our lemon meringue tart recipe.
All right, so this is all the ingredients you're gonna need for the lemon meringue tarts. This is sugar. We just keep it in this container so it's easier to scoop and stuff. The only modifications are the pie crust. It's my local supermarket didn't have the small graham cracker crusts, like the small individual ones, so I had to just get one big one. So it's gonna be more of a lemon meringue pie than a tart, but it's still gonna taste the same. It's gonna be great. And they didn't have apple cider vinegar, so I'm gonna have to use white vinegar. And I read online that if you add a little bit of fruit juice and sugar, it'll work just the same. So I'm gonna add a little bit of lemon juice and sugar. So the first step is to add 2/3 cup of sugar, which I will add now. All right. And then 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, which I will add now. And that's the first step. So the next things to do for the lemon filling are the wet ingredients. So, which include egg yolks, which I'm using the method to separate the egg yolks from the whites. I'll save the whites for the meringue later. There's one yolk, and now it's time to do the other one. Alright. Separating the yolk from the whites. Adding the yolk to the mixture for the lemon filling. Dispose of that properly. And then now I need 2/3 cup of water. Alright, and now I whisk it together. Alright, so the next wet ingredient to add, which I have right here, is 1/3 cup of fresh lemon juice. So I'm going to add that now, and then whisk again. Okay, so now that we've mixed all the ingredients, the next step is to use the double boiling method to get this liquid into a slightly thicker consistency. The double boiler method is to take a pot with boiling water and then place the mixture in this metal bowl over it, and then just keep mixing until it's the consistency that you want. Alright, so as you can see, it's on the boiler, it's been stirring, and thanks to the science, cornstarch mixed with heat, it is now thick, and the lemon cream, or the lemon filling, is now the consistency that we want. So the next step is to remove it from the heat. Remove it from the heat, turn off the boiler, and then I have to add butter and lemon zest. So I'm gonna add the butter first. 1 stick of butter is the measurement that's called for. So I'm gonna add that now to this moist mixture that has been thickened by the heat and the cornstarch. Add that in. And next, I'm gonna zest the lemon. Oops. Lemon zest. With my zesting tool here.
now that I've mixed in the butter and the lemon zest, I'm gonna add it to my graham cracker crust, because that is the next step. I'm gonna carefully add it. The consistency looks good. Add it to my graham cracker crust. You can stop it now. All right, so as you can see, I put the lemon into the crust, and the next step was to put it on a baking sheet. And now, time to preheat the oven to 350, and that concludes the lemon filling portion. And now it's time to move on to the meringue. Okay, so we have the 2 eggs worth of egg whites here that I saved from when I took the yolk for the filling, because a meringue only requires egg whites. So this calls for 4 eggs. So now I'm going to take the whites out of 2 more eggs, so that it's equivalent to 4. And then I'm going to add some more wet ingredients for this, which will be the vanilla extract and the vinegar. Okay, so I have all the wet ingredients here for the meringue, the egg whites, vinegar, and vanilla extract. So now I have to whisk it until I get soft peaks, and then I'll start to add in the sugar.
Alright, time for a quick science break as I mix. The reason we use only the egg whites and not the yolks is because the fats and oils in the egg compete with the egg white proteins for space in the bubble wall.
Okay, so the next step is to add in the sugar. In total, I need 1/2 cup of sugar, which is here, and I have to add it 1 tablespoon, this is a tablespoon, at a time, mixing in between so it dissolves. So this is the first addition, and then now I'm gonna mix it before I add any more. Okay, so the sugar has been added. As you can see there, we've achieved stiff peaks. So the next step in the process is to take the meringue and get it onto the edges of our pie and then bake. Alright, so the meringue has been added to the pie, and now it's time for it to go in the oven for 20 minutes. So I'll be back in 20 minutes to check on it. Here's my slice. It's time for a taste test. Let's see what the final product tastes like. Pretty good. It reminds me of a Savannah Smile Girl Scout cookie with marshmallow on top. Okay, so that is it. I'd say that was a success. Thank you so much for watching.